Hey, what's going on YouTube? Will here from All Electric, back again with another video. And in this video, I wanted to show you how I was having an issue with the lane changes. So I'm going to show you the proper lane change first. But as you can see here, I'm in Autopilot. And you know that because you're going to see the blue steering wheel when I pull down on the drive stalk twice and those two blue lines straight ahead. So on a typical road like this, you know, a 2-lane road with stoplights and all that, the autopilot will shift from the left lane to the right lane seamlessly as long as you manually turn on the turn signal like I just did there. And so you can see that how smart this system is because it was actually picking up that car there. And I'm going to go back and run this through slow-mo so you can see exactly what the car is thinking during each moment of that lane change. So I manually turn on the turn signal there, and then the car is looking and sees that there's some traffic, and then this car comes from behind me and then speeds up on my left, even though my turn signal's on the whole time. And you can see it's that car right there that speeds up past me, and the autopilot does identify it, and then you can tell by the dash lines, once it's clear, the car initiates the lane change. So that's going from the right lane to the left lane on just a typical, your average road with stoplights, not a highway. Now remember this because I'm going to come back to this later in the video and show you how it doesn't go from the right lane to the left. But first, after you drive your car, you have to make sure your car is clean. So I use Optimum No Rinse, and I did a video on how exactly I clean my car, and that card is going to be posted up here. And I wasn't just cleaning it to clean it, I was actually cleaning it to install these stickers from Nikola Pro, which I'll have a link down below in the description. And these stickers match identical to the paint. So this is the pearl white vinyl sticker that goes right over the door handles, and it is just phenomenal. I mean, I really like the look of it. Not to mention that the quality of this, I could tell just from the packaging, was phenomenal. I mean, this is, you know, you can tell that this company is not just pushing out junk. They're really pushing out a good quality product. You can see after I finally get the transfer tape off and it's just perfectly on there, I pull out the handle. If you're doing this, make sure you turn your Bluetooth off. That'll help you out a little bit so the door doesn't pop open. But I really like the look of this, how it matches the paint perfectly. Really impressed. Link down in the description if you're interested. But now let's jump back to Autopilot, and I want to show you a single lane road. So on a single lane road, you can see I'm in Autopilot by that blue steering wheel there. And you can see it easily takes this curve. This is nothing compared to my curvy country road test, where this software update that I'm currently running, 2019.24.4, easily could take that curve because of other curves during that test. But you can see with this latest update, compared to another video, some of you guys might recognize this portion of the road, but it would, right here where it opens up, Autopilot was swerving to the right to stay in the middle of the driving space. But as you can see there, it kind of hugged that left side, which it should, which normal drivers would do. So it's good that they updated that there. And I really like, even though that there's shadows and we're following another car that's about to slow down, it's doing a good job maintaining speed and also maintaining the distance between the car in front of it and slowing down there. There's been a couple times, if you've seen my other videos, where the autopilot is going to kind of come to a stop rather quickly, which makes me uncomfortable as a driver. Monitoring this system, it's like, okay, does it see that car slowing down? Is it going to stop? So as you can see here, there's lots and lots of shadows from the trees, and it's doing a great job. Previous updates had a lot of phantom braking on this road because of these shadows, where it's the breaks in the trees that are casting a shadow on the road. But we're not getting any phantom braking here, which is really good, and it's showing us that Autopilot just keeps getting better and better. There is a tricky part of the road coming up here, and it does a beautiful job even with these shadows, and not to mention keeping distance from this car that comes to a complete stop to allow these people on bikes to cross the road. So phenomenal job with this software update. And just a couple software updates ago, it would have been a lot jerky, but as you can see, that was smooth like butter. Really, really impressive. So we're coming up on a point where Autopilot has come down to a very quick stop before, and right around this curve at the top of the hill there is a stoplight. So me as a driver, I know I need to slow down. So I manually slow down the car using the scroll wheel, knowing that the cars are stopped at a stoplight in front of me, even though the Autopilot cameras can't see that. I'm really curious to know if Tesla's going to incorporate some sort of map data into the Autopilot system so that the Autopilot will know around this kind of curve that most likely cars are stopped at a stoplight. Let me know down in the comment section below if you think that they're going to incorporate something like that. So here we go with a left-hand turn. Some of you guys are now paying attention, and I am just kidding. So I am doing another video that's going to be posted real soon about turns at an intersection. And some intersections the Autopilot is able to make the turn, and some intersections the Autopilot cannot make turns. And that has to do with the dashed lines in the intersection and the cars around you. Oh, but who do we have here? Oh, well, red Model 3, double hand frantic wave, everybody. And of course he doesn't see me. That's okay though. Wait, did he see me? I think he did. Yep, there's his hand sticking out the window waving. Ah, double hand wave again. So if you're in Autopilot, make sure you wave frantically at other Tesla drivers. Only do this if you're in Autopilot, obviously, and never do anything unsafe. So we're gonna follow this guy in this red Model 3 for a little bit, and he's obviously not in Autopilot the way he's driving. So I initiate a lane change, if you remember from the beginning of the video, from the right lane to the left lane. So nothing's happening. You can see I have a dashed line on the road and nothing is happening. It will not take the lane change from the right lane to the left. So I manually take over and move into the left lane. Then I re-engage Autopilot, as you can see here, that blue steering wheel and the two blue lines. So I'm in Autopilot right now. After I pass through this intersection, I turn on my right turn signal and the car moves over into the right lane, performing a perfect lane change from the left lane to the right. So it's in Autopilot still, and I'm going to turn on my turn signal again to try and make the car move from the right to the left. And it will not do it. You'd never see a dashed line come up and telling you that the car is ready to turn or change lanes. So it's not even looking to change lanes. It's almost like it's been ingrained that it can't do it on this particular road. Even though we did it on a very similar road, a 2-lane road, with stoplights, we went from the right to the left. So you can see here, I'm back in Autopilot in the left lane, so let's test it again. Can it only go from left to right? And as you can see there, sure did, just again. So let me know down in the comment section below if you've had this issue too, where you're on a 2-lane road and Autopilot for some reason will not go from the right lane to the left lane, and it'll only go from the left lane to the right lane. So as we continue down this road, we're going to go under this bridge. We're still on the exact same road, and I'm in the right lane in Autopilot. Okay, so we pass through this intersection, and I'm really curious to know why it's not letting me go from the right lane to the left lane when I initiate the lane change. So now that I have a big truck in front of me, I'm going to turn my turn signal on, and right away it does it. right away. And this is the same type of road. Again, this is the exact same road where I just tried to go right to left and it would fail. But now that I'm in the left lane, we know we've never had it fail going to the right lane, but I want to pass this truck real quick. And of course he speeds up. So I need to speed up to pass this truck so that I can test it again. And sure enough, when I turn on my right turn signal, it gets right over. So no problems going left to right, but for some reason it was giving me some issues going right to left on that one road. So here we are on a different road. I'm in the right-hand lane, and I use my turn signal to initiate a lane change. So that's just done by pulling down on the turn signal, giving a full click while in autopilot. Then your car is going to take over and initiate the lane change. So around these curves and these bigger intersections with no stoplights, it does great. And you can see there, it does perfectly and exactly what I expect, going from the right lane to the left lane, initiating the lane change manually using the turn signal. Now from the left lane to the right lane, it does perfectly again. Now this is a different road, there's no stoplights here, and I'm curious as to why it was failing back on that other road and why it would not go from the right lane to the left, but on that same stretch of road, go from the left to right until we passed under that bigger bridge. If you have an idea, I'm really interested to hear it, so let me know down in the comment section below. Here's another lane change purposely started when this Subaru here is in my blind spot, and the Tesla is smart enough to wait until they're out of my blind spot, it sees the car, and then initiates the lane change. I move back from left to right, and again, there's no issue on this little stretch of road, so very curious. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at A11Electric. I hope to see you guys over there. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you haven't done so yet, please consider subscribing. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you know somebody else who's also interested in Tesla and Autopilot, share this video with them. I want to give a huge thank you to all of you over there supporting me on Patreon. Thank you to every single one of my patrons. I specifically want to give a shout out to our Man and Min and our Grandma Tool who are supporting me at the all electric level. Thank you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. When you see another Tesla on the road and you're engaged in autopilot, the proper way to wave to them is with two hands waving frantically when you see the other Tesla.